Sometimes adulting can feel really hard. And the truth is, when you're already overwhelmed and tired, it's really easy for your house to get out of control. So we have to set up our organizing systems to catch us on our worst day, on our laziest days. And today I'm going to show you 20 quick hacks. It's like a lazy girl's guide to home organizing. Here is the secret to staying organized all the time. You need big bins with labels, no lids, so you can be Kobe. I've never made a sports team in my life, but imagine, yes, organization, yes. Woo. Okay, so the whole point is you've got to be done with something and able to put it away that fast. So tons of labeled big old baskets all over your house so you can toss. It's actually easier to put it away than it is to put it down. Inside cabinets, these are the type of bins that work the best for laziness because you can still Kobe it, you can still toss it in like a basketball, but it takes advantage of that vertical space. So inside cabinets, closets, especially things that are far back, pantry, I use them in my freezer. These are awesome bins for chucking your stuff away really, really fast, but also maximizing every square inch of your hidden space. Giant floor baskets. I think they're called rope baskets, really cheap on Amazon. I have them in every room in my house. I like tuck them in corners and here, there, and everywhere. Dog toys are in here, cat toys, kids toys, blankets, pillows, all the stuff that normally ends up on the floor. These giant baskets keep it contained, keep it tidy, pick it up when you want to vacuum. Honestly, you need like a bunch of these. Sometimes I just can't use hangers. I don't know what it is. It's the effort of opening the closet, taking the hanger out, putting the jacket on, putting it back. And if you're the same way and you tend to just drop or pile, then just ditch the hangers altogether and go with hooks. Not just in your entranceway, but everywhere. Hooks in the bedroom, hooks on the side of the wall. And if you don't have this space like this for hooks when you first come in, just literally put hooks along the entire perimeter of your closet. It's still easier than using a hanger. You just open the door and you plop it on, or just take the door off altogether. Just trust me here, hooks are the key to lazy storage. And this isn't actually hooks, it's technically clips, but honestly, better than hangers. This thing is the coolest hack ever. I am lazy. I don't like to fold, and I don't love hanging either. So now that I'm using these pant clips for both my like workout pants, my tights, and my dress pants, I'm putting away the clothes so fast. They are never wrinkling. I think I paid like $6 for this. Life changing. Every home I organize, I always add one thing, no matter what, and that is more shelving. Shelving is like the ultimate lazy hack because you need a place to actually put your stuff. Most people tend to pile on flat work surfaces like your countertop or your table or the top of a dresser. And the reason is your home just doesn't have enough storage. You need more surfaces that aren't working surfaces, which is why shelving is so important. So install shelving above a desk or above a dresser, or better yet, do like wall to wall all the way to the ceiling bookcases to really maximize storage. I'm always adding shelving because 99% of homes just don't have enough storage. How can you put something away fast when there's no actual place to put anything away? Make sure you're also adding shelving to your closets. Don't struggle with one bar-itis, man. A simple closet system can absolutely change your home. I love this hack so much. This is new, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm addicted. Open up your chat GTP and then take a picture of a space, any space. It can be a messy space or a tidy space, and ask it to create a new image with an organized system instead. Or you can ask it to redecorate, or you can ask it to give you a complete decluttering step by step. Honestly, I was shocked at how amazing this is. It told me to add yellow to my room, and I did, and it showed me exactly how to organize different spaces. I use it with clients, I use it in my own home, and it's totally free. So, lazy girl's hack when you don't have the brain power and you're looking at a space and you're like, why isn't this working? Ask AI for some easy suggestions. Did you know you could meal plan with Chat GTP? It's crazy pants. Okay, so here's how it works. You can, like I have boneless chicken thighs. You can take a picture of your fridge, or you could just like tell it what you have, upload it to Chat, and then say like, what can I make for dinner with this stuff using boneless chicken? And then it will give you recipe ideas. You can also take a picture of your pantry. You can also take a picture of like whatever, or just say like, my asparagus is going bad and I also have salsa. What can I make with that? This thing's amazing, okay? Super creative. You've got to give this a try because sometimes it's hard to just know what's for dinner, and instead of getting takeout, let the robot tell you what to have. This is another way that I love using AI to just help me. My brain, it's tired. I like taking a picture of my calendar, or you can even take a picture of your notebook or a paper calendar or a planner, and then uploading it into ChatGTP and then telling it all the things you also want to do, but just don't feel like you have time for. This is the thing that Chat is best at. It's noticing patterns and coming up with schedules. So it's working in the best time every day to work out, to write, to do all the little things I say I want to do, but I never get around to doing it. It actually is analyzing my calendar and telling me the best time and day to do each of these things, which I think is pretty cool. It's like an assistant, and it's free. You gotta try this. One of the best things you can do to be a little lazier is make sure that everything's really easy to access in the back. So this is why I love pullouts. And this is a perfect time to thank today's video sponsor, ShelfGenie. ShelfGenie will come into your home and create a custom pantry just for you using your existing cabinetry, so no renovations required. They take a look at what's really not working and they create and tailor a custom solution, and it's completely hands-off for you. Most of the installations happen in just one day. Want to see my favorite part? I actually had a designer come in and say, you should keep your baking pans and cutting boards here and design an amazing solution. I am raving about this pantry and other spaces, as are all the other ShelfGenie customers. If your pantry feels like a black hole and you're tired of reorganizing it, but it never stays organized, you have to give ShelfGenie a call. I'm going to put a link to their website and a phone number that you can call for your free consultation. It's time to get your pantry fixed for good. Make sure you reach out to ShelfGenie today. Sometimes it can be hard to know where to set up systems. So the Lazy Girl's Guide tells you, put your bin wherever you naturally put stuff down. Call it a clutter catcher. Where do you put your keys? That's where your key hook should go. Where do you put your paper? That's where your paper catcher should go. Literally, your mess is telling you exactly how and where to organize. Okay, let's get real about visual versus non-visual stuff. It doesn't really matter your organizing style. Even if you're a visual organizer, you're not going to forget you own a toaster if you tuck it out of sight. What is going to happen if everything is visual, nothing is visual. It just becomes invisible. If I didn't have the fresh croissants and muffins and fresh fruit out where I could see them, I would totally forget that I owned these things. Would I forget I owned a can opener when I needed to open a can? No. Would I forget I owned underwear and socks if I needed that before getting dressed? No. So the non-essentials that you're gonna, forget if it's out of sight, out of mind, keep those visual, and everything else, it just takes away from the important stuff. I guess my point is, when everything's visual, nothing's visual. Make sure that the stuff you see is the stuff you need the visual cue to remember you own. If you're like me and you have squirrel brain, so you're not really great at remembering where things should go or where things are, zoning is important. Creating like big zones in your house. So beverage zone. This is a part in my kitchen where whether it's coffee or tea or alcoholic beverages, it doesn't matter. Down here I have like the squirts for the water. Everything to do with beverages is in one zone. I have a zone for breakfast, a zone for snacks, a zone for baking. It means finding and putting things away are really easy because I don't have to think about where in like a detailed way things are. I think about big picture zones and I'm able to find it. Everyone has a junk drawer, but do you have a junk cabinet? This is something that seems crazy pants, but is so important for those quick little put away of things that you just don't know where else they should go. I love having a household bin for things like, I don't even know, the household stuff you're not sure where else to put it. I don't want to call this just random because it's not a doom bin. There are some categories going on here, but this is the place I look if I need something in the home that I'm not sure where else it would go. I know it's in this basket instead of being a pile on my kitchen counter. This is so key. So whether you have like a cabinet or even an extra drawer or a little armoire, create yourself a random household area. I really love this tip. If you're like me and you would love to do a capsule wardrobe or like that project 333, I keep meaning to do things like that, but I don't have time. It's a lot of effort. So this is kind of like a hack on that idea, but it's different. I have this like valet bar. Honestly, you could just do 3M hooks or a section of your closet. And the concept here is once a week you go through and you pick your whole outfit, like the pants, the shirt, the jewelry, and put it all together in one section. So that way in the morning, because I'm not a morning person, when I'm tired and I'm like, I don't know what to wear, everything is already together, complete outfits. I just have to grab and go. So it isn't like a complete capsule wardrobe overhaul, but it is still giving you the same, like less decision fatigue, quick and easy in the morning. Everything's planned. It's like the perfect lazy girl hack. The back of the door is by far the most underutilized space when it comes to storage in your home. So if you're lazy, you need places to put your stuff, right? So back of the door, especially when you're doing hooks and little baskets, it's like toss it in fast and shut the door. Every door in your home should have storage. Just trust me. The second most underutilized storage spot in your home is under your bed. Under your bed is like oodles of storage. It should be where you store things like memories, but also if you're like me and you're a bed rotter, this is all the stuff that would otherwise be piled on my bedside table because I'm a slob. So instead, I have this under the bed like rollout thing, super cheap, and I just toss all the stuff that I use while I'm laying in bed or my books I'm reading or the things, just anyways. It's tossed in here, it's shoved under there. You need one. I have a strange addiction, and it's not eating toilet paper. Have you ever seen that show where people eat like weird stuff? It's 3M hooks. I use these everywhere and for everything, even in clients' homes. And I want to share some ways that you can make it actually stick to the wall and also not rip the paint off. But first, I have to tell you, like, 3M hooks are the best for hanging things where otherwise you don't have storage. So inside cabinets or on the side of a wall or a cabinet, you can literally hang dollar store baskets and create more space. I've done this with like little spice organizers, so many things. And not only do I hang baskets, but also hooks, even for coats. I'll get the heavy duty ones. And of course, any artwork or pictures are all done with 3M hooks. But here's the trick. You actually have to dust the wall really well. You have to make sure not wet dust it, but like dry dust so there's nothing on it, or else it's just gonna stick to the dust and come right off. You also have to make sure you pull all the way down on the tab before you remove the strip. The tab is important. You can't just rip it off. It'll rip the wall off. Pull the tab all the way, and I promise you, these will change your entire house. They're like the best lazy hack ever when you use them right. I love storage ottomans. I love them so much, but especially at the end of the bed and especially in bedrooms. So I have these in all my kids' bedrooms because they have stuff like backpacks and big things and like hockey sticks. You know what I'm saying? It's all the clutter that you're like, where else can I put it? It's large end of the bed ottoman. These are from Amazon. They are crazy cheap, really versatile. You can put a tray on top, turn it into a coffee table. You have stuff you have to store. Why not put it in a storage ottoman? One of my new things I've been doing that I'm addicted to is grocery schedule pickup. Listen, maybe you've been doing this for a while, but this is changing my life, man. I don't have delivery where I live, but I just reorder the same order every week, and then I drive to the place at my scheduled time. They bring bins, I give them my bins, and I drive home. I don't have to go in the store. I don't have to think about grocery shopping. It's all just on autopilot, and I'm saving money because I'm not impulsively buying random food I'll never eat. This is the greatest lazy hack ever. I'm gonna get some hate for this one, and I do not care. In fact, I'm here to give you permission to have no dishes night. A lot of people are like, you're a terrible person. What about the earth? What about the environment? What about me, Susan? Sometimes I just don't have the capacity to wash a bunch of dishes. We have a family of 5, and also we often have like other kids here for dinner. This is my new favorite thing. If my kids are having a quick snack where they're like deep frying something like fries, chicken nuggets, pierogies, whatever, it's a piece of paper, okay? It's a piece of paper just like at a diner, and then this just gets recycled after. No dishes. For the summer, having 3 teenagers home equals more dishes than I can handle. No dish, paper plates. You know what? I don't care. Say what you will. This saves my sanity. This isn't even about laziness. This is about like just triaging your time, man. Being organized doesn't mean being perfect. Being organized means setting up a home to catch you on your worst days, when you're really busy and you're sleep deprived or you're overwhelmed and you're rushing around. Having systems that are so easy you can literally toss them away, so fast to use that everything stays in control even when you're out of control, that's the goal. So I hope you're feeling inspired by this video to give some of these a try. I know with some of them I've shared with you before, but the truth is it's because these work. These are what I use, and I think you should use them too. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure you like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Do you ever notice that there are some people that like chaos just seems to follow? Like just every day, it's a little bit crazy. Joe says that this is me. And I want to tell you a quick story that happened yesterday that I find hilarious. He finds less hilarious. For Joe's birthday, I booked him a car detail. So I detailed his truck. We had to wait a couple of months to actually get in and get it done. So 3 days ago, he had a beautifully clean truck. Joe loves a clean truck. Not a speck of dust, not a speck of dirt. He was like, we're driving, he's like, I love it, having a clean vehicle. I saw someone who was homeless on the side of the road. They were holding a sign. I always, if I have cash, make sure that I share because karma, and I've been there, bro. So I roll down the window, and as I do, a car flies by in the other lane, and a cloud of dust and sand. They were doing construction. It's in my hair, it's in my teeth. It is all over his truck. Every square inch of his truck is filthier than it was before we got it detailed. And I just look at him, and he looks back at me, and he grips the wheel, and he's like, I had it for 1 day. He's like, why does this happen to you? Why does chaos follow you? And it's not my fault. He knows it's not my fault. Like, I happened to roll down the window when the dust pool happened to blow in. What are the odds? In my experience, the odds are very, very good. Very good, because stuff like that happens to me all the time. Let me know in the comments below if you are also just like walking chaos. Not on purpose, just like, you know, that's just typical life. We'll see you guys next time.